Previously on the Youth Edition.
And it's an FA Cup victory for Oldham fucking Athletic. Gets in, Warren does the damage. Brilliant football from Oldham Athletic. Man City threw everything at us early. We fight back, we take an FA Cup. Frag out! Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Youth Edition. It's Oldham Athletic, it's Dylan Allen on a quest for Champions League glory. It's time to sit back, relax and get in that comfy chair, put it on the big screen TV, crack your favourite beverage, because here we go with the Youth Edition. Hello and welcome back to the Youth Edition FIFA 19 Oldham Athletic. This is the Season 5 finale. We've got one game remaining. It's against Stoke. It's not really going to impact us too much in the season. Hopefully we can get some points and finish inside the top 10. We'll go through the full squad. We'll probably sign some youth players and really address moving in to season number 6. But we've got to finish off the season. We've got one game left to go. Both squads are very tired for this one, so we'll see what kind of team we can put out on the pitch to try and get some points. Let's jump into this episode. Right, so this is the team that we've managed to put together here for the final game of the season. We're taking on Stoke City at the Stoke City FC Stadium. Barter is going to check in the centre forward role. Rondinini at right back. Carlson moves across to the left and Gabric at centre midfield. Ortiz will get a crack here between the sticks for the final game of the season. Let's see if we can pick up some points and hopefully we finish inside the top 10. Let's do this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go, the final game of the season. It's never an easy day at Stoke, but we need to try and pick up some points here if we want to finish inside the top 10. All the teams around us with fairly competitive games as well, so I think we currently sit in 9th. It'd be a good, good start to our first Premier League campaign. We've won the FA Cup. The boys will be riding that high into this game. It's only 24 hours or less later. But yeah, we sit in 9th. An opportunity here to possibly push up a little bit if some results go our way. But the highest we can finish here at the moment is 7th. So let's get into this game and see if some of these young lads want to have a red-hot crack and try and find some points, maybe push to hold their place in the squad for next season. We'll address that after this game. Let's do this. Dodge and weave his way through. No, has to feed it back here for Henderson. He'll play the ball back to McNulty. Inside finds Godwin, but up. He can't beat the keeper in Hassan. Oh, good steal from Rondinini. Play one on here for McNulty. Fires forward for Chimichukwu. Chims drives forward down the line. Not known for his crossing, but he cuts back beautifully. Here he is, plays it inside. Looked for Butter, but well, it was a pretty shit pass in the end. Kamara will control the back. Oh, there's a goal. Well worked by Stoke. Quick passing play. And they move through our defensive line pretty easily. And go low past Ortiz to make it 1-0 to Stoke. Just trying to play Rondinini at right back. It's probably not the best for marking. He's a high attacking work rate, not really best defensively. Ortiz at 6'5" failed to get low. It's 1-0 to Stoke. Chimichukwu uses his strength. Drives forward Chimmers. Oh, couldn't beat the keeper. Using it on half time. Start for opportunity here without the big names up front. And there is the whistle. 1-0 at half time in favour of Stoke. Fires one out line. Nini cuts back, lays off, finds Braga, who'll fire forward. McNulty is onside this time. McNulty drives his way in, lays it off for Chimichukwu, and it's gone in. It's 1-1. Chimichukwu with the goal. And that is his third of the season. McNulty with the assist. Some better football here from Oldham. McNulty, Scotsman, comes back inside beautifully. Chimichukwu probably should have gone wide. He went straight at the keeper. But enough touch on it to startle the keeper. The deflection goes into the top netting. It's 1-1 here at Stoke. Fire forward and finds Tommy Martin on a bit of a break. Tommy Martin crosses inside and cleared away by the defence. On final two changes, Martin and Barter are checked out of the game. And it's El Masri and Boyce checking in to see if they can find us some extra points. Henderson. Braga out wide. McNulty makes the push. The Scotsman drives in deep. El Masri was there, cleared away. can't get on the end of it. He's very forward here, Rondinini. Braga just about out on his legs, and he's come on as a substitute. Does well, Braga. Carlson, back to Braga. Fires forward. Ian Boyce makes the charge. Through the middle comes the Irishman. Drives his way forward. Slips it off. Wants McNulty. Oh, good work there from the defender. And it's a corner here for Oldham. Chance to find something. El Masri. Kamara got up. It's out the back door. Braga fires off. Finds McNulty. He can't really do much with it, but he slips it off here. El Masri chips in. Boyce gets a touch. Easy save for the keeper. 2 minutes of injury time. It's a random touch there from Chimichukwu. That might be the whistle. There it is. It's a draw on the final day of the season. Maybe an all-important point. Well, a very scrappy game. 7 shots to 3. Let's have a look at the performances. McNulty with a 9.1 and the assist. Had a pretty good day at the office. A 6-3 for Ian Boyce. 6-9 for El Masri. A 7-9 for Chimichukwu with a goal. 6-2 for Gambridge. 6-8 for Tommy Martin. 7-2 for Godwin Butter. A 7 for Ortiz with 4 saves. An 8.1 for Rondinini. 6 defensive efforts. A 6-6 for Kamara. 7-3 for Rishi. 7-2 for Carlson with 3 intercepts. 7-5 for Braga when he checked in. 7-5 for Henriksen with 4 defensive efforts. Get voting up in the eyes, the final game of the Majestico, and we will have a live stream for you tomorrow for that one. So make sure you are signed up to my Twitch and have some notifications on. Right, so we're heading into the end of the season. Let's get some training happening. I've taken Cole out. He's at 80. We've brought Ortiz in. Let's try and get some more of these reserves players up towards that 80 mark. Binhammer now up to a 77. Oh, I've got another training session, and there we go. Ortiz hits a 72. Well, the Premier League must have a bit of cash because for our finish, they've given us 142 million. Okay. Yeah, let's just go and have a bath and some cash. Well, it's another training session. Binhammer smashing along, moves up to a 78, and Ortiz to a 73. All right, the scout reports are back, the final ones for the season, and we've got Will Bennett that we're still keeping an eye on, 44 to 56, 71 to 93 potential. We will monitor him into next season and see how he's looking then. We are, of course, in Bolivia. We've got Flavio Cardenas, 76 to 94, Lino Jurado, 68 to 88, and Valerio Duarte, 69 to 93. The valuations aren't as high as I would like, so we're going to monitor them into next season. And the only player to keep an eye on here in Switzerland is Alex Hofstetter, 65 to 87. Right, time to look at our youth academy for the final time this season. Now, it's probably worth maybe signing a few of these lads up to sell off next season because they've got a decent valuation. If we're chasing a few extra dollars, if you sign them now, we can still sell them off in the next month when the new season starts. But some of these lads are definitely worth signing up for, an up-and-coming reserves team. Now, Max Green, 84 to 90, looks okay. Could possibly come in as a bit of a cash cow. We've got 3 goalkeepers at the club. Jill is 50-50 on him. He's up to an 87 rated. Hopefully that increases a little bit more. Ortiz has the potential to be special, so he's the goalkeeper for the future at 6'5". And we've also got Maldonado, who's out on loan. So I'm reluctant to have more than 3 keepers here at the moment, so we'll leave Max Green for now. Ethan Smith, the Canadian centre midfielder, 56 overall, 86 to 92. He's only 16, so he can marinate there a little bit longer. Eugenio Miranda, 64 overall, 84 to 90 potential. He's a playmaker, and we are looking for central attacking midfielders. The stats aren't quite there, but he could be handy. So we will offer him a contract and bring him in to our team. The next is Lucas Stuckey. I've seen lots of comments to bring this lad straight in. 66 overall winger, 72 to 94 potential. Looks like he's got some pace already. 5'7". Let's get him in. The Swiss superstar. Promote to the senior team. Jules Vanderveld. We've got a lot of left wingers at the club at the moment. Vanderveld's 18 years of age already, only a 57 overall, 79 to 89, and I am actually going to release him. Brett Dupont, a centre forward, 16 years of age, 5'7", 84 to 94 potential, but a pretty low overall. He will have some pace about him. We'll let him cook up here in the youth academy. Kean Walsh, 63 overall, 74 to 92 potential playmaker on the left-hand side. We'll leave him there for now. Abilio Correa, 59 overall centre forward from Argentina, 91 to 94 potential, physically strong. Could be big in a few seasons' time if we get that far. We'll have to wait and see how it pans out, but I'm going to leave him in the academy for now. And Alexia Lampros, the Greek right back, 57 overall, 83 to 89 potential. Physically strong, which plays in his favour in my mind, but we will leave him in the academy as well. Right, we've got another training session. Can we get these boys to 80? Pushing up is Naviccio, and Ortiz's goalkeeping position is definitely increasing. Right, it's another training session. Unfortunately, Rondinini can't quite hit 80 yet. And the final training session of the year. And unfortunately, Rondinini doesn't hit that 80 mark. Right, so it's time to take a really good in-depth look at our squad moving into season number 6. Obviously, we want to finish higher in the Premier League, and I think we will have some crack at European football. So we're going to need a little bit of squad depth. We've got young players coming through. This is still a very, very young side. You'll see that as we look through the ages and that kind of stuff. But you need to let me know your thoughts on players that possibly have had their time here, whether they should be shipped out because they don't have quite the potential, or, you know, old faithfuls. Maybe they stick around and eventually filter down and help out our reserves team. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments and we'll make some executive decisions when we move into the next season. But Maldonado, a Mexican goalkeeper, 17 years of age, 68 up 5. Let's have a look here. 6'5", and he is starting to grow. Went up 7 in reactions to 65. He's got 81 kicking, just that positioning that's letting him down, but he's a one-club player, so hopefully he's ready to go. He's got 2 years remaining on his contract, so let me know if you feel some of these players deserve new contracts as well. Now, Jill, our Korean counterpart, who's pretty much done the first team role for us this season, 87 up 8 with a fair bit of training. Don't think he'll have too much growth left in him. 42 appearances for 13 clean sheets across all competitions. He's only 6'1", 87 reactions now, which is still going up. Good to see. Something that you can't train. His handling's probably his lowest stat there at 78. He's got 1 year remaining on his contract with a valuation of $32.5 million. And then we have Adán Ortiz, the potential to be special goalkeeper at 19 years of age. Just the 5 appearances and 1 clean sheet. That'll come in time. 6'4", and 76 reactions, has gone up 7 this season. We haven't really put a lot of training except for the last month. And that was really to work on his positioning, like not dark greens, but I mean, he is only 19 years of age. He's got 1 year remaining on his deal, so we're going to have to renew some of these contracts. Moving into the right-back positions, we've got Barros, who's up to an 86 now. 40 appearances across all competitions with 1 goal, 2 assists. That high work rate gets him forward for some good crossing. His sprint speed and acceleration are increasing now, so 95 acceleration is good to see. He's got 75 reactions, which is outstanding for a youth player. 99 crossing, which is good. 99 short passing. I mean, the biggest thing that lets you down with playing a youth academy career mode is the composure. 53 isn't too bad, but if you're familiar with what the composure stat is, it's basically the pressure that they feel when they are on the ball. So if they have really low composure and a defender starts coming at them, then they start getting skittish, and they'll start missing shots or just give the ball away and that kind of stuff. So composure is a really important stat, but unfortunately it doesn't really grow a lot on youth academy players. I've found probably over the last 3 or 4 years since they brought this composure stat in. And he's got 3 years remaining on his deal. Next we have Carlson, potential to be special, still only 17 years of age, can play all across the back. He's gone up 6 this season. I don't think we've put any training into him. 11 appearances with an assist, does the job when called upon. That high attacking, high defensive work rate that I do like in my wing backs. And sprint speed's coming up, his attack position, and technically, well, up 12 in ball control, up 12 in slide tackling, up 15 in heading accuracy. So a good sign for the future, and 2 years remaining on his contract as a prospect. Now, Cootie also has the potential to be special. Doesn't feel like it at this stage, but it may be just a few key stats that need to increase. 35 appearances, 1 goal, 1 assist. He's got a high attacking work rate, so he doesn't get back, and that catches him out of position every now and then. But he's got good jumping, good stamina, good strength, good aggression. Reactions aren't too bad. That 42 composure might be a little bit of an issue. Defensively, he should be solid. 92 heading accuracy, so he should be good in the air at least. There's just something that is just letting him down a little bit. Maybe he'll come back better from the injury. He's got 2 years remaining on his contract and a valuation of $20 million. Moving into the centre-back roles, we've got Kamara showing great potential, 75 up 3. Just the 9 appearances with 2 goals. It's the Koscielny regen, I believe. High defensive work rate, which is good, 6'3", and just motoring along there. 82 slide tackling. And what's he got left? 4 years on his contract. He's only really just got with us. Rishi, 76 up 3 is an exciting prospect, of course. Is this the Bazzagli regen? One of those Italian centre-backs. 15 appearances, 1 goal, 4 clean sheets. He's only got a medium defence weight. Mate, jumping. This lad gets up and he really controls the space well. He's only 5'11". Probably needs some technical training, if anything. 2 years remaining on his contract. Happily playing a rotation role at the moment, which is good. I don't want too many that want that important and crucial role. That's the hardest thing about balancing these kind of teams. Next, we have Klein, exciting prospect, 83 up 3, 21 years of age, 39 appearances, 12 clean sheets, 5-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves, high defensive work rate, brilliant. Good jumping, sprint speed, stamina, strength. He'll turn into a force to be reckoned with. Probably, 85, 86 you'd feel. He's got 2 years remaining on his deal. Giron Jelly doesn't actually have a potential from memory. He may grow to an 82, 83, but it's his height that's really helping him out. 5 goals for us this season. 6'5", just a big block at the back and really doing a job. I mean, we can put some training into him if we want to. We'll wait and see what comes through in the transfer window. Probably just some technicals there that probably need to help him out, grow his rating. He's got 3 years remaining on his deal. At left back, the only recognised left back is Naviccio. 22 now. I think he was showing great potential. I can't remember from memory. Maybe you guys do. 75 up 3. That was a fair bit of training this year. The 11 appearances once Cootie went down. He's got the skills, the defensive work rates, some good physical stats there. We could probably work on his defensive attributes. He's only got a 65 stand tackle, and that would boost his rating up quite sufficiently. 2 years remaining on his deal. Moving into the midfielders. Henriksen, exciting prospect, 71 up 6 this season, 13 appearances, a goal, 2 assists. This lad is solid in my opinion. He just feels right on the ball. Still young, only 19. It'll come good. 97 strength. He's just a brick shithouse, isn't he? Once his technicals come up, he could be quite dangerous. Only 1 year remaining on his deal. Noah Taylor is out on loan at Wigan at the moment, the Canadian, 68 up 5. Played 5 appearances there, and attribute-wise, he's got low-high work rates. Physically, not really, but technically starting to come along, and he's got 2 years on his deal. Il Young Ko, 80 up 4, an exciting prospect, still only 19 years of age. Plays with a very mature head, 40 appearances, 3 assists. The high defensive work rate, 6'4", wins all the headers that come back into the box. Physically, we've been putting a bit of training into that to try and help it out. 49 composure. Technically, he is definitely sound with 95 slide tackling. 2 years remaining on his deal as a rotation player. At right midfield, we've got Ian McNulty, who we've brought in as a regen. He didn't have the potential to be special when we bought him, but when he came across, oh my days, he just turned into someone that will be special in the future, you'd feel. 16 appearances for 2 goals, 2 assists. He's still just starting to get going. Probably haven't worked out how to play with him quite right just yet. 3-star, of course, gets up the pitch. The physicals are all there. 98 sprint speed, the acceleration is starting to come, good stamina, and technically, probably his long passing and crossing, they're the things that let him down, but we can train that up pretty quickly. 20 million and 3 years remaining on his contract. Rafael Henriquez, 68 up 4 on loan at the moment at San Lorenzo. What's he got going on? High work rates, of course. Physicals are growing slowly. Technicals are going up. 83 curve. He's got 2 years remaining on his deal. Now, Cameron Griffiths, 80 up 3. He's an important player to the team. 37 appearances for 7 goals and 11 assists. Just growing there slowly. He just does that job in the midfield. He does go missing every now and then, but usually pops up when needed as the link-up man. 93 long passing, good dribbling, good ball control, good short passing, and he's got 2 years remaining on his deal. Rondinini, who we brought in this season, 79 up to, just as a rotation player, which is good. 7 appearances for 2 goals. High work rate, so he can jump into that midfield. Cracking physicals with 95 balance. And if we work on his defense, I mean, we're playing him at right back in the reserves there with only 44 slide tackle. But I don't know, held his own, only 39 marking. He's got, what's he got there? 70 composure and 5-year deal. So he'll be around for a while, you'd feel. Gabric with the potential to be special from Serbia, 80 up 3, 43 appearances, a lot off the bench in the ones and playing a lot of minutes in the twos, 3 goals, 3 assists. Still unsure where to play this lad, whether it's that centre midfield Alfie Lee role or actually playing him in a cam position. He could possibly sit in at central defensive midfield if Ko goes down as well. Physically, that still needs to move. Like, he doesn't have the strength in that to be an out-and-out defensive midfielder, but 74 reactions is solid, and technically he is pretty sound. Maybe we can work on his defensive skills and drop him back a bit more. Maybe Alfie Lee does push forward every now and then. 2 years remaining on his deal. Centre midfielder is Braga, an exciting prospect. I'm still unsure on this lad. He can be pretty hit and miss at the moment, but still only 20 years of age. 6 appearances for fuck all, but he's got 5-star skill moves. Not that I use them. High defensive work rate. Physicals aren't really there. Technicals are starting to move, and he's got 1 year remaining on his deal. Alfie Lee's an 83 up 4 as an exciting prospect. Only 21 years of age, still 37 appearances, 8 goals, 7 assists. The 5-star weak foot definitely helps him out. If he had a better attacking work rate, I probably would play him in that cam position. His physicals are slowly progressing. Technically, another player that can just really control the midfield. He's got 2 years remaining on his deal. Left midfield, we've got Conceição, who's out on loan. We haven't really seen this lad. He hasn't even had a player upgrade yet, so we'll worry about that when he comes back. Let's have a look at his attributes. High-low work rates, good agility. Yeah, we'll have to see what he looks like when he does come back from loan. Let me know your thoughts. He's got 2 years remaining on his deal. Joel Edwards, 84 up 4. In and out of the season once again, but 37 appearances for 8 goals, 6 assists. The 5-star skills with a high work rate, which I like because he does get back and does play that defensive role well off the wing. 91 acceleration is starting to get up there. Needs a bit more stamina to run it all out completely, but technically he's really kicking with the 99 finishing. And when Bernard's making those crosses in, he's always there on that back stick and generally gets a pretty decent finish. So he's quite handy actually to have there on the left-hand side. He's got 3 years remaining on his deal. Tommy Martin, exciting prospect from Belgium, 81 up 3, 34 appearances, 4 goals, 6 assists, captaining the twos pretty much. The high work rates, he doesn't get as forward as we would like, but generally gets some good assists and does push back defensively. Good physical stats, although he probably could use some strength. 39 composure, but technicals are coming along nicely, and he's got 3 years remaining on his contract. Right, Eugenia Miranda. An exciting prospect, 64. We've just signed him up from Colombia. Let's have a look. What's he got going on? 4-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot, high attacking work rate. So possibly a future central attacking midfielder for us. He will need to grow though. He's got a 3-year deal. Ian Boyce, 68 up 3. Didn't have the best of seasons. 9 appearances for the 2 assists. He's got that high work rate as well. And the technicals are coming along. Let me know your thoughts on Boyce because he's only got 1 year remaining on his deal. Ben Hammer, exciting prospect, 78 up 6. Well, didn't he shine this season once Guerin went down? 31 appearances, 16 goals, 3 assists. Fucking cracking season with the 5-star weak foot. Coming along nicely. The sprint speed starting to grow there for him, I think, with a bit of training. And the 92 finishing, 97 shot power. He is solid on a 4-year deal. El Masri, 72 up 3. The Egyptian showing great potential. Just the 6 appearances for him this season. He's got the work rates. The pace is not quite there for a winger that's going to probably come off the bench. And technically, it's sort of coming along. He's got 1 year remaining on his contract. So do we cash in or do we hold him? Guerin, well, 82 up 2, showing great potential, but he feels better than an 82, I can tell you that. 33 appearances, 20 goals, 2 assists. Just doing the job. 97 acceleration and 89 sprint speed. He's pacey. He's only got 30 composure. 30 composure. Are you serious? 44 reactions. He fucking plays better than that. Technically, solid. And he's got 3 years remaining on his contract. Godwin Butter, the potential to be special, 65 up 6. Just the 3 appearances. I'm sure we'll see a bit more of him. He's still only 18 years of age, 5'9", probably follow in the Guerin footsteps. The acceleration is coming along already. 81 aggression. He's an angry little man. And he's got 1 year remaining on his deal, so does he need a new contract? We've got Delphis, an exciting prospect. The Ibrahimovic regen, 79 up 4, 38 appearances, 4 goals, 2 assists. Sort of just being a bench player for us, just utilising that pace and exploiting the wings. 4-star, of course. He's definitely got the pace to go. The jumping lets him down to playing up front, to be fair. Along with the heading accuracy. But, handy on a wing. He's got 2 years remaining on his contract. Chimichukwu, 72 up 2. Well, he went out on loan, came back and scored a few goals. 7 appearances for 3 goals. Not a bad return for a striker that you don't really get a lot out of. But 6'1", handy, tall striker if Binhammer goes down and we don't have a lot of options up front. Physically, he can get a job done. Probably needs some more strength. I don't know. Is his time up here? Let me know your thoughts. He's got 1 year remaining on his contract. Lucas Stuckey, only showing great potential. That's a little bit disappointing. I thought he would have been a bit higher than that. 66 overall. Attribute-wise, he's got the 5-star weak foot. Low fucking work rates. Fuck you. But he's got some okay physicals and the technicals. He'll need time to grow. So we'll see how Stuckey turns out. And finally, it's Laurent Bernard, 82 up 2. 39 appearances, 4 goals, 19 assists. Okay, he must have gone pretty high. We'll check all the stats later in the league. Attribute-wise, he's got the acceleration, agility, and sprint speed that we're looking for. Strength and stamina probably needs a bit more so we can run the games out. But fuck me, if he's doing the job in the first, 65 minutes, that is perfectly acceptable. He has got 2 years remaining on his contract. So let me know in the comment section anyone that you feel should be shipped out, who needs a new contract, maybe loan spells. I need all your thoughts in the comment section down below. Right, we always like to have a look at the player stats, and Eden Hazard's taken the golden boot, 18 goals from 35. Mane there in second, and Harry Kane in third. Our top goal scorer is Binhammer with 12 from 23 appearances, and Guerin with 11 from 24 appearances. That is all of our goal scorers. Assists, well, Bernard has absolutely smashed it, 15 from 29. Cameron Griffiths there with 9 from 28. Tommy Martin's got 6 from 26. Okay, not too shabby, that's for sure. Alfie Lee in there with 5 from 27. Clean sheets probably let us down here a little bit. It's Jill in 10th position with 7 clean sheets from 31 games. Allison takes the golden glove. I don't think Ortiz would have gone on here. No, he did not, and no one gives 2 shits about cars, although Pogba's picked up 7 yellows. Right, did we make the objectives? We must have done okay because our manager rating is 91. Within 2 seasons, have 1 player from the Youth Academy playing 50% of the games. We'll see if that can happen. Brand exposure, we missed out by 2%. Ah, fuck. Continental success, nothing. Finish mid-table, well, we did that. Reached the FA Cup 16, well, we won the fucking thing. And financially reduced the player wages by 8-8. Not going to happen, but we've increased the club worth by 30%. Right, checking in on competitions, of course, we won the FA Cup 3-2 over Man City. Liverpool have beaten Newcastle United to take the Carabao Cup. The Champions League was won by Real Madrid 2-1 over Bayern Munich. And Schalke have beaten Hoffenheim in the Europa League final 4-3 on penalties. Quick look at our player stats, and Gavrich played the most games with 34 appearances. Most goals went to Binhammer, but that's only in the Premier League, of course. Across all competitions, it was Guerin with 17. Most assists is Laurent Bernard with 15. Clean sheets, well, when Bernard Griffiths are out there, we tend to get a clean sheet. Yellow cards, 3 for Co. Red cards, fuck all. And the highest player rated is Laurent Bernard with an 8.2. Will that mean he takes out the Majestico? We will find that out. Obviously, the Majestico is a player, a fan-based award. But Bernard has probably won the player of the season here for Oldham with an 8.2. Well, the player of the competition has been selected, and it is Oldham Athletics, Bernard. He has won the player of the season. That is massive. And as always, we'll check in on the English competitions. Morecambe are the worst team in England for us at the moment with 29 points down in League 2. Promotion here looks like it's going to go to Blackpool and Bristol, and then there would have been a playoff. Who knows who's going up there. Relegation for Oxford and Bury, you'd feel. Maybe Burton. The 3 teams go down from League 1.
Forest Green sitting up there in the mid-table, so that's nice to see. And promotion is for Peterborough United, Ipswich, and then some sort of playoff from memory. The championship at the bottom is Scunthorpe with only 21 points for the season. Charlton will probably be going down as well. Who is coming up to the Premier League? That is the main story. Burnley and Nottingham Forest. Fulham on the same points but missed out on goal difference. Maybe they've come through in the playoffs. We won't know until next season. And finally, it's Wolves, Brighton and Bristol City being relegated out of the Premier League. Watford just surviving with Stoke. Chelsea finishing in 14th position. That is very low for that kind of squad. We finish in 9th with 52 points. Arsenal there in 6th, and it is Man City taking it by 2 points over Liverpool. Everton having a good season there as well with 66 points. But thank you very much for joining me in for season number 5. Make sure you're leaving me comments down below. We'll start player upgrades again in the new season. And season number 6 is going to be massive because I think we probably will have a crack here at some Europa League football. So we're going to have to bring some players in, maybe fatten this squad up a little bit so that we've got enough to be playing our Cup games and Premier League games and, of course, Europa. We're going to push and see if we can, finish in that top 6 next season. Maybe push for Champions League. That would be handy as this team starts to grow. But thanks very much for supporting the channel and supporting this series. What is that? 90-odd episodes. We will see you for the new season in a few days' time. I'm Sparring DK. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. And you, have a good one. This video is powered by Neurotech and their product Clarity. Now you can jump over to their website now, use the discount code DK10 for 10% off your next purchase, and I highly recommend this product. I use it every single day. It increases your energy, your focus, while reducing fatigue and stress. If you want to know how I get out all these videos and keep that work going, this is the product for you. So go and check it out. All the information that you need is on at that website, and if you feel like making a purchase, chuck in at that discount code for 10% off. Now, if you are looking for more fresh content to check out, you can click one of these 2 videos. If you feel like subscribing, well, there's a button right there. Make sure you put on that notifications bell, and we'll see you next time.